The Vietnam War was fought between North Vietnam and South Vietnam. The United States supported the South Vietnam. The jungles of Vietnam were dark, scary, and dangerous because there were booby traps and ambushes. The war lasted 20 years and unfortunately the United States lost. Sadly, there were 58,220 U.S. soldiers that died in the Vietnam War.
The Navy is part of a country's military that fights on water using boats. People in the Navy are called Navarians. The Navy may have special underwater boats called submarines or another kind of special boats that carry airplanes called aircraft carriers. In the beginning, naval war was fought by ramming other ships. Cannons were invented in the Middle Ages. Ships also started using sails instead of oars.
Due to a collision on the South China Sea off the coast of Vietnam, 74 American seamen were lost. 3 of these men were brothers. Kelly, Gary, and Gregory were brothers from Niobrara. The brothers were 22, 21, and 19 years of age. They were the sons of Mr. and Mrs. Ernest Sage and requested they were stationed together. This was considered one of the greatest Nebraska tragedies to ever take place. During the memorial service in Niobrara on June 11, 1969, the governor of Nebraska stated, "In the truest sense they gave up their lives that we might continue to enjoy the fruits of freedom."
Around 3 o'clock in the morning, June 3rd, the USS Evans somehow made a wrong turn and ended up in the path of Australian Melbourne. The carrier collided with the USS Evans. The Melbourne cut Evans in half. The bow of Melbourne and the USS Evans sank in less than 3 minutes. At the time, most of the crew members were asleep, and sadly, 74 crew members passed. The Melbourne crew helped by pulling Evans survivors aboard. 3 brothers on the USS Evans who were from Niobrara, Nebraska, were a part of the crew members who passed.
The collision happened in the South China Sea, just off the shore of Vietnam. During the Vietnam War, the accident happened 100 miles outside of Vietnam. Prior to this tragedy, USS Frank E. Vance and most of her crew had been serving off the coast of Vietnam. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial honors the veteran men and women who died in the Vietnam War. It was designed in 1981 and is located in Washington, D.C. It is made of black granite and has the names of every American killed in the Vietnam War. However, it does not have the names of the Sage brothers because they were 100 miles off the coast of Vietnam.
The Sage Brothers Memorial is located just north of the Niobrara Mall and has 3 markers to signify the terrible event that happened on June 2nd, 1969, to the 3 Sage brothers, Kelly, Gregory, and Gary. Every June there is a memorial with guest speakers to honor the fallen 74 crew members who lost their lives fighting for our freedom and country. The song part of their names was written by Tom Gira in the year 2013 to commemorate the 74 men and women on the USS Frank E. Evans ship. The first verse state, "Put up their names high on the wall, make that Gladstone their last port of call. There's room for those 74 who sailed alongside on a memorable war."
Thank you for serving our country.